Hey, it's Miranda, and I'm here today to talk to you about a survey that I recently sent out. So as a fitness coach, I send out these surveys from time to time to check in with the women in my community to see how everybody's doing. Now seems like a good time to do that as we're right at the beginning of autumn and there's this tangible shift of energy in the air, and it's time for a change. So in order for me to help you, I need to know what you want to see changing. So as far as the survey goes, it was a very short survey, and the first question was, are you happy in your body? Do you like the way that you look and feel in your body? And the overwhelming response was a big fat no. All right, so it was a 90-10 split. So about 10% of women are actually happy with the way they look and feel, and that's amazing. Yay! But that other 90%, that number is way too high. That's horrible, all right? 90% of women do not like the way that they look and feel. It's just, life is meant for you to feel wonderful in your skin and about your skin, and for you to spend any time worrying or feeling bad or icky about yourself. It's just a waste of your time and energy. Life is too short for that. That's just nonsense. So how can you change how you feel about the way you look? There's a way. In this video, I'm going to give you solid tools so that you can begin to create real change for yourself. So if you're in that 90% of women that are feeling heavy, fat, jiggly, icky, out of control with their eating habits, or just plain ugly, then this is for you. Grab a pen and some paper and we'll get started. The first thing I want you to do is to take a moment to figure out exactly what it is that you want, right? We need to define what it is that you want so that you can get it. So question number 1, how do you want to look? Question number 2, how do you want to feel? Go ahead and press the pause button and write down in as many or as few words as you want the answers on your sheet of paper. Writing it down is super way to begin to manifest what it is that you want. It sort of takes it out of your head and makes it more real and takes your focus so that you begin to see more opportunities to lead you onto the path that it is that you want to be on. Now I want to talk about taking your ideas that you just wrote down and turning them into reality. How do you do that? Well, the first step in taking those ideas and making them a solid thing in reality is that you need to believe in yourself. So that was the second question in my survey. Do you believe that you can make the change that you want to see? Most of the women said that yes, they do believe that they can create the change that they want to see, which was very encouraging after seeing how many of those same women basically said that they don't like themselves, they don't like their bodies, and they don't like the way that they feel. So then there's a little hitch there, isn't there? So these women believe that they can change, they want to change, they are not happy with the way they look and the way they feel. So then what's stopping them? What's the holdup? So the number one answer to this question basically boils down to this. They are opting for comfort versus happiness. Okay? So I have a whole list of the reasons/excuses that women are using to not take care of themselves, basically. So I'm going to read that off to you. It's too hard. I have to do strenuous cardio and I don't have time, or I don't feel like it. With my tiny bit of free time, I'd like to do something more enjoyable. Binging on unhealthy foods. Life gets in the way. Belief that they have to sustain a super high level of motivation, and or waiting for the spirit to move them. Basically, it all comes down to too much thinking about it, not enough doing something about it, all right? Now, all those reasons or excuses that I just read, I can personally relate to all of those, so there's no judgment here. I think that all of us can probably relate to either all of those excuses or at least some of them, right? If you have more that you can think of, please don't hold back. There is absolutely no judgment here. Go ahead and write them down in the comments below this video, because I'm going to address each and every one of these in the next video. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to get past these blocks so that we can take action instead of just thinking about it. We think too much, and it holds us back. Now, I just want to say that it's 100% true that when we start to take action on implementing these goals, we're not going to see them right away. It's very frustrating. We're not going to see those subtle changes, but they are happening. Those subtle changes happen, and even though you're not aware of it, they're happening. And then one day it sort of clicks, but you have to stick in there until that click happens. So it can be very, very frustrating. But that only goes as far as seeing the change. In order to feel a change, and here's the good news, it just takes a few seconds. So that's what I want to address now. So what I want to do is have you take out your pen and paper again, and I want you to write down 10 things that make you happy. Try to avoid food happiness. So I'll give you some examples. Some of mine would be call a friend, listen to some good music, sign up for a class that I've been wanting to take, explore somewhere new, pedicure. I like pedicures. I like to exercise. That makes me feel good. Take a hot bath, watch some TV, read a book, things like that. So figure out 10 of those for yourself, 10, and write them down. Go ahead and pause the video and write down your 10 things, and then I'll be here when you get back. Okay, so did you write them down? I don't want you to take too long with this exercise. It's just supposed to be like a brainstorm. Don't think too hard about it. Just scribble those things down. And now I want you to look at that list and pick one thing that you can go do either today, right now, or tomorrow. So not past tomorrow. I want you to feel good right now. That's what the whole thing is about. That's what life is all about. We want to feel good. So that we can do immediately. And changing our bodies we can do, but it takes a little bit longer. So we want to give in to the immediate gratification, but we want to stick in with the new and healthy habits that we're creating. And I'm going to tell you in the next video how to get around those blocks, the ones that I read off to you, and the ones that you are going to add to the list below in the comments. So if you liked this video, if you got anything out of it, please share it with a friend, and give me any feedback in the comments below, as well as the things that are holding you back, so I can address those. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video where we get past those blocks. All right, see ya.